If your nervous system had a voice, it would probably scream and say, "Hey, I don't feel safe." When you have chronic migraine, you probably are aware that your nervous system is constantly in some level of stress and that you are trying to escape from the next episode of migraine. So you're checking your diet, you are checking how much stress you are, and you are, of course, taking care of it that you don't have too much stress in your life. But being in this state of always checking, this means that your system does not feel safe. It is afraid that the next wave of migraine is going to come. And so you are walking through life like walking through a minefield. And then your nervous system, all the time, your inner alarm system is always on. It's like you need to check what you're doing, what everybody else is doing, and you're always having your antenna out. And this means that for you, your life is very strenuous. And the thing that we can learn in that situation is that we can reset that nervous system, because what has happened when you have chronic migraine is that you have forgotten how to put off that inner alarm system. And this is one of the big principles that you are going to learn in your life again, to reset it. So what is important to understand is that your migraine is not just in your head, it's in your complete nervous system. And that is a big difference. It's like knowing that your whole nervous system, when it is always in this survival mode, like fighting or flighting, and this can be different for everybody. Like some people with chronic stress or with a trauma background, some of them, they go like backwards, like they go more in this flight status, like more numb through life, like they're not really present. And other nervous systems, they go haywire, that are more the people that are very active and they're always doing, and they cannot really come to a rest. But the common principle in that is that it is your nervous system that is dysregulated, that your system has not learned and has forgotten how to be again in this state where you feel safe, where you can be creative. So what you're going to learn is that to see that chronic stress and trauma is linked to migraine. And here it's probably interesting to know that research has proven that up to 39% of the people who have chronic migraine, they also have PTBS, post-traumatic stress disorder. So there is a link between stress in the past, trauma and overwhelm in the past, where your nervous system had to be an alarm. You have forgotten how to switch it off, and then one of the possible consequences is that you get migraine, because your nervous system is on fire all the time. It's like this soldier that has been in war, and then when the soldier comes back and you tell this to this person, like, hey, you can relax, just relax a little bit more, do some good exercises. This is something that a nervous system cannot understand. It really needs some physical exercises. It really needs some deeper principles where it can learn again to really drop down again into the self-regulation, into trusting other people, and to come to a deeper rest, so that then finally this inner activation of tense muscles, that slowly and with the time it can get more soft, it can ease again. So I think this is for many of us very, very important to see that there is this link between migraine and chronic stress and a trauma background. What if this pain isn't your enemy, but it is your messenger? Having migraine very, very often, there is of course this attitude that you don't want to have it again. And that is very human, but it's also good to look inside into your attitude. It's like you're always trying to avoid it. You hate it. I know I have many clients who say like, my migraine, I call them the monster, or I call them, I'm totally fed up with it. It's like many people are of course in this terrible dilemma that they know they need to change something in their life, but they don't want to have that pain. And the big shift is when you can start looking at that pain as your messenger. Because look at it like this inner alarm system, like when you have an alarm system that is telling you that there is a fire going on, then you wouldn't be annoyed by that. Like you would be happy and grateful that there is an alarm system that is telling you something is wrong in the house. And it's the very, very same principle with your nervous system. Every time when pain comes up, when the tension gets tighter in your neck, when you notice that there is a sudden disruption in your mood, when something is like changing, then your body is telling you, here your borders are being crossed. I'm sending you a signal that I need something that takes care of me. Something is too much. And that's a completely different attitude, a completely different message. Instead of saying like, I don't want the pain, and now I become a witness. Now I become a person who really wants to understand that deeper message. So instead of being this chronic victim of my migraine, I now can become a curious listener to the deeper message. And of course, I know that this is not going to change your migraine overnight. Like, this is a process, but it is something that really is a game changer. It's like this inner attitude that wants to understand the deeper message of your body, of your biography, that what was the intelligence of your body to produce the migraine. That's a completely different attitude, and that is part of this journey of migraine transformation. How to begin calming a system that has forgotten safety. So now you understand a little bit the link between migraine and chronic stress and trauma, and so you know that your nervous system is always on red alert. And now the principle and now the lesson in that is, how can I learn to rewire that nervous system? The good message is that science, neurology has proven that that is possible. And on the other hand, this is not something that we can do overnight. So this is really a training. And I can be totally honest that when I learned this years ago, that the trauma therapy is telling me this, that I need to rewire my brain, I thought like, gosh, like on top, life is already very edgy, and now I need to learn also certain techniques. It felt like too much. And the good thing in that is that it is done in little steps. Like, it is enough if you start one day with a few minutes and you build up a new habit. It can be as simple, for example, like having a prolonged exhalation, like taking in, let's do it together here, and the longer exhalation. And really take that exhalation as long as you can. And if you do that 3 times, 5 times, then you will notice that something starts shifting in your way, how the tension in your body feels. Or it is about being more in the nature. It's like making this video is also something that is not my normal business. So I am always checking, like, where am I going to sit that I feel good? And being in the nature, I can be more grounded, and I can be outside instead of always being behind my laptop. So while I'm doing my work, I'm taking care of myself. And of course, it's not always possible to be outside in a beautiful surrounding, but these are just practical examples. Like, you are going to learn the little shifts that you can do so that your nervous system has this possibility to rewire. And it can be practical things like points where you can massage yourself, and there are parts like where you can touch, for example, your ear, and then the vagus nerve gets activated. And the vagus nerve is that part that helps you to really calm down. And there are several principles that you can learn. And there's no magic behind it. It is neurological, biological principles. And if you understand them, and if you see the connection between all of that, then you're going to find your way of transforming out of that pain. So there is no single fix. There are little steps, continuous steps that can be done to rewire, to reset your nervous system. And if you have this sense like it is too much and you don't know where to start, I can offer you the first module, because there I walk you through all these exercises and principles that help you with that. Like the breathing techniques that we did, and more of that. We will do physical exercises, but not just like stretching and working with your neck. It is on a deeper level. It is trauma-informed, trauma-sensitive. So I combine the physical and the psychological background. I will offer you guided meditation. We will check how it is connected with your biography. You will learn grounding exercises, like really energetic, physically felt, that your vagus nerve system can switch into this safety mode instead of being in that survival mode. So you don't need to do this alone. I can offer you the first module where you can experience how these little practical steps by rewiring your nervous system is going to help you in your migraine transformation. Thank you for listening.